Hello, everybody, and welcome to a new season of the Free Skate. My name is Ryan, and I'm so happy to be back with you guys. I missed covering some skating events, but here we are. We have finished the first Grand Prix of the season, 2024 Skate America. So let's delve right into this. So, very interesting event. Second year in a row that Allen, Texas hosted it. Not entirely sure why they hosted it, but listen, we got to talk about something right off the bat here. I don't want another event to have two giant lotion bottles in the kiss and cry area ever again. Super unappealing, super not attractive. And then what was even more confusing was the background, the University of Ohio Comprehensive Cancer Center, the James. I don't understand. You're in Texas. How did the Ohio State University sponsor Skate America? And also, it being a school and a comprehensive cancer center, don't you take donations and don't you like fundraise? Aren't you the one who is sponsored? You don't normally sponsor events? So that whole kiss and cry area was messed top to bottom. Probably one of the most unappealing looking ones I've ever seen. Next to the one that Skate Canada Challenge did last year in Winnipeg. Um, Canada Flowers sponsored everything, and they had like really not good looking pillars with flower arrangements on them that like looked like a really tacky grandma's wedding from like 1965. Anyways, that's just me, but that was super not good looking. Every time I saw it, like the kids and crying and those two stupid giant lotion bottles, I was like, who allowed that there? No. Think of something else. Fail. Anyways, just moving on. Let's start off with pairs. I'm not going to get too much into pairs, although it was really nice to see Mira and Kiara back. They had a really good score, 214.23. I wasn't sure what I was going to expect from them because they were off so much last year, and then they came back and won the silver medal at the World Championships. So I didn't know what we were going to see, but they look so good. They look so strong. I'm so happy they're back, and they're just a class above everyone else. So they were the clear favorites to win the event, and they hammered everyone. But I will give an honorable mention to the silver medalist, Cameron O'Shea. Like, I did not have them placing in the top three, never mind winning the silver medal. So seriously, congratulations to you guys. I don't know if I've ever seen them skate that good. They scored over 200 points. It's a massive accomplishment from them. I don't even know what their personal best is. That might be their personal best. I really actually have to fact check that. I have no idea. I'm sure somebody here will know, so you can leave it in the comments and let me know what their personal best score is and if they reached it or if they still need to beat it. So pair. I mean, yeah, we're gonna leave it pairs as that because it is what it is. So maybe let's hit a women. Women was a complete flip around from the short program. Short program standings had Isabeau, Brady, Rinka, Wakaba, and Nina as the top five. The standings ended up Wakaba, Rinka, Isabeau, Nina, and Tanel. So Wakaba Higuchi is the 2024 Skate America champion with a score of 196.93. That is her first Grand Prix gold medal in probably since 2021, I think. If not ever, maybe it's 2021. But she hasn't been in that situation in such a long time, and that is so good for her. Rinka 195.22 wins the silver. Isabeau holds on to bronze. Third, fourth, and fifth were all very close. 194 to 192 was the scale there. So it was nothing in there. Two plus points was separating the third, fourth, and fifth. So that could have been anyone. But women did not bring it. Wakaba brought it and was pretty clean, and she 100% deserved that gold medal. Rinka ended up having two under rotations. Isabeau had a whole pile of mistakes. She did get the high score in PCS. Her skating was gorgeous. Um, I think her skating was a little bit underscored, to be honest with you. 67 was the high mark for PCS. I found that a little low, especially for someone that has such nice skating. I would have had her at least 69 or 70 for sure. But she did have an edge call. She had a full downgrade of a jump. She had a fall, and she had an unclear edge. So that was a whole pile of stuff that she had mistakes in. Nina Pinzeroni had two under rotations, I believe, and Brady Snell had, well, she singled her let's jump, which was a huge mistake. Basically cost her the gold medal. So her fifth to like first was separated by 192. So 4.8 points ish was separating her from first, and that was all lost in her single let's jump. So if she would have tripled that, she probably would have won the entire event. So that gives you a really strong hold of where Brady is when she comes to skate. Good for her. She's nearing 200 again. If she was clean. So that's really nice. The only thing, you know what, I did want to mention her Lord of the Dance, or her Irish dance, whatever she was doing. You know, to me, when you were skating Irish dance, I think of Shailene Bourne and Victor Kratz 1998 World Figure Skating Championships in Minneapolis. They brought the house down. If you have not watched them, you need to go search 1998 World Figure Skating Championships, Shailene Bourne and Victor Kratz Riverdance, and watch the crowd become unhinged. They were insane. Granted, there was probably a lot of Canadians there because it was in Minneapolis, and that's a very close drive to Winnipeg and Regina and stuff like that. It's definitely drivable for those people. But they lit it up, and I just remember there's so much energy and so much charisma pouring out in that type of Irish dance. I just didn't see that from her. I feel like she lacked a little bit of energy with it. I want to see a little bit more. I wanted to see more. I wanted to see more Irish steps. I want to see if you're gonna Irish dance, then give me a full on Irish dance. So I think she was giving 65 to 70%. Like, I need her to go to 100%. But we're early in the year. I also think fatigue may have played a factor in it too, because it's her first event back in quite a while. So that also probably played a factor. So we'll see where she is mid-season towards the end of the year and see if she's kind of fixed that up a little bit. So yeah, we'll leave that as women. And let's go to... we're going to go to ice dance, and then we'll end with men. So ice dance, another everything. Chalk and Bates, heavy favorites coming in, ended up with a silver medal. Huge mistake in the short dance. Then a big mistake by Fionn Gibson in the free skate. Chalk and Bates handily won the free dance, but not by enough to overtake Fionn Gibson overall. 206.3 to 205.63 was the final score between those two. Third place, Martin Deek. Actually, surprisingly, Martin Deek did climb over Davison Smolkin. 189.44 and got the bronze medal. Congratulations to them. That's a big result for them. Getting back on the Olivia Smart getting back on the Grand Prix medal there. Good for her. But let's stay with Chalk and Bates and Fionn Gibson for a second. I feel like, I don't know, something with Chalk and Bates this year. I'm usually very into watching what they have, their unique approaches to programs. I don't know. They're just not. I'm not buying it this year yet. And I don't know if that's I think it's kind of partially the music choices. I'm not thrilled with their music choices. I don't really feel it with them. Whereas Fionn Gibson, I really liked their free dance. It started off the most normal I've probably ever seen them skate to something. It was so like normal ice dancing music, and we're normally like last year's Rocky was like out of this world. So for them to look really good with normal music, and then they busted it out the end with those like that dance was like fantastic. I was in it. I really do believe that Fear and Gibson deserved that gold medal. I think they had the skate of the night 100% for ice dance for sure. So it'll be interesting to see going forward where they place, especially versus Chalk and Base. They probably won't. I don't know if they see each other again really all year. They'll probably meet at the Grand Prix final. Other than that, it'll be the World Championships because they are not in the four continents / Europeans together. So that will be interesting. I just, you know what, I still think there's a little bit of political hoopla in the dance world in scoring. I think judges need to learn to call it as it is, especially with more, not so much the technical things, but the PCS marks. I feel if you are on a pedestal or you have a certain pedigree, you are subject to higher scores regardless of what happens in the dance. Chalk and Base did outscore Fear and Gibson quite handily with the performance marks. And I'm not really convinced that that's how it should be. In my personal opinion, for my likes, I do think Fear and Gibson should have scored higher than them in this particular segment. But they didn't. So, I mean, let me know down below if you agree or disagree, and if you think that the judging world still has problems with that. You know, this reminds me of one of the videos we had. Our highest rated video for the free skate was Jessie a few years ago. You can go look into our videos, and it'll be Jesse's rant directly to the IC judges when Hani was skating. And for us, it got, I think, over 15,000 views, and that's like enormous for us. And he just gave it to them. I really hope that at least one of the judges watched them. And if you know an ISU judge, like, point it out to them, share it to them, be like, this is what people think or what was going on. Do it. It was awesome. Davis and Smokin. So I wasn't really familiar with them too much. I am aware that Diana Davis is a Terry's daughter. That's pretty much all I really knew of them. I didn't watch them very much. I was kind of impressed with him. I'm impressed with Gleb. I feel that Gleb is the heart and soul of that team. And he is not so innocent. Him, look at those moves in that short dance. Oh my God, that guy can tear it up on the dance club floor. Guaranteed. Him and Kevin Amos together on the dance floor. You know that's a thing. If anyone's ever at a gala together and they're out dancing, you know Gleb is going to be hitting it up with Kevin, for sure. He is a sassy little not so innocent dude. And I believe that he carried the team's passion and the team's emotion and the dance and the flair by himself. I feel like Diana was just more a background prop with him. I'm not trying to say that disrespectfully. I think he's at another level than her, and I do believe their scores would be higher if she could figure out a way to match that level. And it's not saying that she's not emoting. She's doing her expressions, and she is making her gestures and her lines and her output. It's just not as eccentric as Gleb, and I believe that she needs to kind of get on that level with him. So again, I would love to know in the comments. Tell me what you think of that dance team and where they are and who is who, because I'm really interested to hear your opinion of it. Now let's end with the men. So the men. The men were menning a lot. There was so many falls and so many under rotations and so many mistakes until we got to the final parts of the free skate. Ilya Malinin did not have a perfect skate by any means. He actually was under 300 pounds. For him, that's not that great. I can't believe I'm saying under 300 is not that good for somebody. He did score 290.12, which is a huge score. However, we do know that he is well over capable of going far over 300 points. So for him, that's not probably where he wants to be. Kevin Amos, though, he was the story of the entire event. For somebody who kind of fell off the tracks last year after Skate America, and then just kind of vanished. And he's just, you could tell, just so much mental battle last year. I wasn't really even sure if he would come back this year, but he took some time off, went off the World Championships, did some events earlier this year. They were kind of whatever. Then he just, these two programs were sensational. The dude scored 282 points. What more can you ask for? I think that is the biggest score that he's ever had. Not think, it is the biggest score he's ever had. And I think that's setting the bar very, very, very high for himself. So I'm really praying that he doesn't peak at this event and he can at least come close to those scores, or be, you know, mid 270s, upwards of 280 most of this year. I'm really hoping, because he deserves it. His emotion when he got the free skate score of over 190 points was just, he was beside himself. And usually I'd nitpick and, you know, kind of jab and make fun of him for having that kind of reaction, because it's real, Skate America, it's not the Olympics. But like, dude, you deserve that reaction. That was phenomenal. The emotion on his sleeve that he wears when he skates was just, it's literally second to none. Kevin actually won the free skate. Congratulations to him. Like, give him the biggest gold medal, free skate medal that there is, because that needs to be framed and like put up for him. That was phenomenal. Malinan did double some jumps, so he lost some marks there. That is the reason why he didn't win the free skate, was because Kevin didn't do that. Kalmira won the bronze medal, 270.67. Really high scores for Skate America and the men. The top three, we're generally not used to seeing scores that high. I feel like before we were going like 250s, 260s, low 270s for men winning. Now everyone was above 270 who won a medal. That was really, really, really nice to see. And Nika Godse, fourth in the event. He was third after, or second after the free skate, second or third after the short. I can't remember which one. And you know, I'm not really going to talk about him too much, because his coach is somebody that, you know, not a lot of us are fond of. And I feel like if you choose to be associated with her, my questions arise of your character and or what's happening behind the scenes with your team. And this goes back to the whole Valieva ruling and Team Russia in general. Some skating drama. I'm not entirely sure what's happening, because I haven't researched so much yet, but I did hear rumblings of there's an American pairs or dance team with a Russian counterpart, and now they're married. There's two of them, and are they like marrying in fraudulent ways to get citizenship so they could go to the Olympics, because they know they won't be able to for Russia? Or like, what's happening here? If anyone knows anything about that, I really don't have the patience to really look that up right now. So if someone can comment on that, that would be fantastic. Anyways, this has been my recap of the 2024 Skate America International, and I hope you enjoyed it. Leave comments below and let me know what you think. Hit the like button, hit subscribe, share with your friends. And you know what? Skate Canada is next week in Halifax, and that starts on Friday, I believe. Thursday, Friday, one of the 2 days. And so we will be back to do that. So until then, thanks for joining me, and we will see you next week. Bye.